I think, therefore I am. It is not my design to teach the method that everyone must follow in order to use his reason properly, but only to show the way in which I have tried to use my own. The first precept was never to accept a thing as true until I knew it as such without a single doubt. The destruction of the foundations necessarily brings down the whole edifice. If you would be a real seeker after truth, it is necessary that at least once in your life you doubt, as far as possible, all things. I have always been taught to take a broad overview of things in order to be able to deduce from them general rules which might be applicable elsewhere. It is only prudent never to place complete confidence in that by which we have even once been deceived. The thinking of the mind is twofold, understanding and willing. Doubt is the origin of wisdom. All that is necessary to right action is right judgment, and to the best action, the most correct judgment. The reading of all good books is like conversation with the finest men of past centuries. I found myself embarrassed with so many doubts and errors that it seemed to me that the effort to instruct myself had no effect other than the increasing discovery of my own ignorance. When it is not in our power to determine what is true, we ought to follow what is most probable. Whenever anyone has offended me, I try to raise my soul so high that the offense cannot reach it. It is a common failing of mortals to deem the more difficult the fairer. Except our own thoughts, there is nothing absolutely in our power. I took especially great pleasure in mathematics because of the certainty and the evidence of its arguments. Conquer yourself rather than the world. Let whoever can do so deceive me. He will never bring it about that I am nothing, so long as I continue to think I am something. To know what people really think, pay attention to what they do rather than what they say. Divide each difficulty into as many parts as is feasible and necessary to resolve it. The greatest minds are capable of the greatest vices as well as of the greatest virtues.
Before continuing with this video, we would love to make an invitation to you. If you like this content and you can dedicate just a moment to us, then we invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the bell symbol and confirming your choice, and finally, to share this video on social media by clicking on the button below, because this could help us grow and create much more content to help you grow. Thank you.
The will determines itself. It should not be described as blind, any more than vision should be described as deaf. In order to improve the mind, we ought less to learn than to contemplate. Nature teaches me that so many other bodies exist around mine, of which some are to be avoided, some sought after. Am I so tied to a body and senses that I am incapable of existing without them? Bad books engender bad habits, but bad habits engender good books. Those who reason most powerfully and are the most successful at ordering their thoughts so as to make them clear and intelligible will always be best able to persuade others of what they say, even if they speak in the thickest of dialects. You just keep pushing. You just keep pushing. I made every mistake that could be made, but I just kept pushing. I desire to live in peace and to continue the life that I have begun under the motto, "To live well, you must live unseen." Common sense is the most widely shared commodity in the world, for every man is convinced that he is well supplied with it. Truths are more likely to have been discovered by one man than by nation. I am accustomed to sleep, and in my dreams to imagine the same things that lunatics imagine when awake. In my opinion, all things in nature occur mathematically. It is not enough to have a good mind. The main thing is to use it well. Those who move but very slowly may advance much farther if they always follow the right way. Each problem that I solved became a rule which served afterwards to solve other problems. There is nothing more ancient than the truth. One should never judge anything unless it is known. Mind and soul of the man is entirely different from the body. They do everything in their power to make fortune favor them in this life, but nevertheless, they think so little of it in relation to eternity that they view the events of the world as we do those of a play. At last, I will devote myself sincerely and without reservation to the general demolition of my opinions. To live without philosophizing is in truth the same as keeping the eyes closed without attempting to open them.
If you want to know more about the work of this author and about all his fantastic discoveries, we invite you to take a look at the description section of this video, where you will find a link to all his works. In addition, in the description section of this video, you will also find a curated and constantly updated list of links to what are considered to be all of the most powerful products and services currently available online, some of which are literally changing the world to improve both your personal and professional life and move on to the next level. Thank you for watching.